Okay, before this gets started, how's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's having a good morning, afternoon, late afternoon, evening, whatever your time zone. So apparently we have another foodie beauty propaganda, cat propaganda video. I don't even know how many times she has done this. I don't know. To me, it just points to more guilt because if you constantly have to come out and talk about this, it means that you're trying to hide something. That's just my opinion, but here we go.
Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So I hope you have your pearls ready to be clutched because this is going to be this kind of video.
And what's with the pearl clutching? And by the way, what's up with your eyeballs? Why is one a different color than the other? I don't know. Either the filter is malfunctioning or you're about to stroke out. I don't know.
And when it comes to my pet care, people like to clutch their pearls over every little thing. And that's what I'm going to discuss today. I'm going to tell you the full story about Julia, and then I'm not going to talk about it anymore.
Jump cuts I see in the video
So basically
already.
what's going on is I'm now being accused of being an animal abuser because my cat has not been spayed
The
yet.
same photo.
And she has been given 2 times, not once or 3 times, it's 2 times, I don't know what they call it.
Depo-Provera, and that's 2 times too many.
Progestin shot. It's a hormone shot to keep her out of heat for several months. Her first shot lasted almost a year, exactly. So yeah, they can last several months. The first one was administered by a different veterinarian. This one a different one, 2 different veterinarians. But if you're going to call me an animal abuser for getting her this shot.
So what I gather from one of her other videos, she, excuse me, like I guess they have like the Petco, the one that she has shown in some of her posts. It's like a giant Petco, PetSmart, whatever. And I guess apparently they have a clinic in there. I know the PetSmart, a couple of them near where I live, do have actual veterinary offices in them. I don't know if that's the case with the place in Kuwait, but I'm assuming that's what she's talking about when she didn't take it to that original bootleg vet, that filthy pet office you can look it up. I don't know which video it is, but it looked like a butcher shop vet. I don't know. And that was the first vet. Now, the second vet is the Petco or PetSmart visit.
Then you're also calling the veterinarian an animal abuser, which I can guarantee you 100%. They're not in the profession to abuse animals.
I don't know. Some might
be. You
be.
need to call them that logically because they're the ones who actually gave the shot. And actually, when we first brought Julia to the vet when she went into heat to see about getting her fixed, which we did do, the vet was the one who suggested the shot for now because she needed other treatments that he wanted performed before she could be fixed.
And if you were a good pet owner, this is just my opinion about the subject, if a vet is suggesting a medication that you're not too sure about, shouldn't you do your research first on whether you want to actually give this to your pet first before you just, go right in there? Because a lot of medications, even for humans, are not approved by the Drug Administration, and they're literally experimenting on people. That's why a lot of the times you see these commercials like, have you ever used this drug, call this number. It's because they're not really approved yet, Chantal. So maybe you should do research before giving it to your pet.
Here's the story. We got Julia from someone Salah knew.
Sure.
And
the street?
That Salah knew got them from somebody they knew had to leave the country. So they were...
Look at how the story has changed. We've never heard this story before. It was always, wasn't it the original story from somebody that rescued cats? Now all of a sudden, this is like a third party or fourth party, whatever, that she apparently got the Feral Street cat from. Okay, Chantal.
Lies. Home Julia. Julia was never theirs. They had other cats to take care of. So, that person wasn't really sure about her whole history, about her exact age and everything like that. So we weren't sure about her exact age. It was
Because it's a lie, Chantal. You got this cat from the street. That's why you deleted all those videos, those first videos of you in Kuwait where you were harassing the cat community. That's where you got Julia from. You took a bag of cat food like you did just down in the pool area to try to attract the cats. And that's how you got Julia. You already proved yourself down by the pool.
an estimate. I can't even remember now what it was, but she was pretty young. But that wasn't 100% certain. That was just an estimate to tell you guys, whatever. So she went into heat the first time. And so we brought her to the vet almost right away. The vet examined her, as a good veterinarian would do, and saw that she had like a skin condition we had no idea about.
Probably
that
mites.
He wanted to be fixed up first, so we had to take her where she gets her nails trimmed, get her a couple of these, the special shampoo to wash her skin, and that would have to clear up before she could be vaccinated.
You know what I'm wondering? Because I was reading the black box label for the Depo-Provera when the usage for animals, and one of the reasons why a vet might use that is for skin conditions. So I'm surprised that she didn't use that lie to go along with her narrative.
And then we had to arrange to get her fixed, but we thought, you know, even the vet said there's no rush because she has this vaccine that can last up to a year, and it did not a year. He said actually 10 months. This actually lasted almost a year. So usually it's about between 7 to 10 months, but it can last longer. So we just weren't really keeping track, I guess, of the exact date of when it doesn't matter.
Chantal, you don't have a job, neither does Salah. So you have nothing but time. So I don't understand how you would lose track of the date when you're literally sitting there just eating. That's all you do 24/7. You don't really go anywhere. You know what? You go out there, fuck with the camels, I guess. But you have nothing but time. So there's no excuses that you can give for not being a responsible pet owner and spaying your cat. No excuses at all.
Actually, he didn't want to give her the vaccine while she was in heat because whenever she was in heat, she was under more stress and just more, you know, tired and everything like that.
It's because it's dangerous, Chantal. You're not supposed to do it. I posted it on my community post. I asked ChatGPT just to make sure. I asked ChatGPT, and then I also looked it up, Googled it, the Googler, and it's not good to give that vaccination to cats while they are in heat because there are numerous side effects that can possibly happen. It's very dangerous.
So he wanted to wait until after her cycle was over, or she was no longer in heat, because this injection would have put her out of heat within 3 days. So it's like almost like a form of birth control, which even humans take. All right, so
so it's okay then.
Again, if it was animal abuse,
can you imagine if she had a child? Can you imagine? Can you imagine? She'd be one of those parents, like if the child were sick, let's just say with a cold or something, she would probably drug her child with Dimetap. Let's just put it that way. She's that type of parent.
The doctor would be responsible for the animal abuse because they're the one who recommended it to us in the first place while we took care of her other health.
That is some narcissistic deflection right there. So it's not her fault now. It's the vet's fault. So remember that, everybody. If something happens to Julia, if she gets an infection, whatever, any of the possible side effects from receiving that vaccination, it's not Chantal's fault. It is the vet's fault.
Issues. To say for a creator, you know who it is, to constantly make content on the basis that we abuse our animals is full defamation.
No, it's not.
Full defamation. And
she has evidence.
Kuwait now, but this person better hope that I don't follow through with a defamation case in the future.
Follow through, please.
You can laugh now, but all of it, on my side, all of it's documented on their channel. Like they have these.
It is actually.
And even if they take them down, the internet's forever, right? So, anyway, because that's what it is. It's pure defamation. Even accusing me of animal abuse with BBJ. I have documented those files from the animal control who are responsible for animal.
First of all, you don't have anything from animal control. The only thing that you probably have are the 2 notes that were posted to your door because you did not answer the door. And then one of the other visits, because I believe there were three, the other visit, you were not there. You were in Kuwait. Pete's answered the door. He let them in, and they left you a citation because your house was filthy and it wasn't appropriate to have cats in. And they told you that you had to clean up your apartment within a certain amount of days. So try again.
These cases on my side. They've always left
And
our
this is all
premises
provable.
without any account, without deeming any abuse or neglect at all. So that's it. That's all I'm going to say about that.
You know, honestly, I don't know if she's like that type of narcissist. I mean, it's possible where she's that type of narcissist where the more she says it, she thinks that more people will believe it if she keeps saying it and saying it, even if it's a lie. But the problem with that, Chantal, is that you post your own videos and there's evidence within your own videos that you've hidden or deleted. I don't know, but the archives has it all. So you are guilty because of your own posts, not because we twist the narrative. You're guilty because of yourself.
Visiting old drama. There's just no way. So back to Julia. So it was the vet who actually suggested this while we could take care of the other issues for Julia. Actually, as a side note, I just want to say, all of this is not really anyone's business, how I take care of my pet. If my pet, she's being well-fed, she's spoiled with love, and she's very comfortable here. Like, if she was...
First of all, you make it everyone's business when you make it content on your channel. If you didn't post all the information as far as taking Julia, you know, to get to the vet, taking her to get whatever done at the Petco or whatever the hell that place is called, all of that, you make that content on your channel and we react to it. You know, whether we give positive feedback or negative feedback, you are the one posting it and we have a right to react to it. So yeah, it is our business.
On the streets of Kuwait in the heat with no food, shelter, water. Come on, you know. So
there's thousands of cats
just this
out
person
there
who has to keep twisting things, making me out to be a villain so they continue to have content.
First of all, FFG does not make you out to be a villain. You do a good job of that, doing that by yourself, Chantal. Like, come on.
Anyways, meanwhile, they smoke all the time, hotboxing their animals with their cigarette smoke. So, and yes, I do smoke shisha once in a while.
Once in a while,
sure. People of animal abuse, am I? So I guess we just didn't really keep track of like how long the vaccine was lasting. She did end up going in heat again, and I think what triggered it was me having the scent of those male cats on me from downstairs.
Oh, so it's
she was
Julia's
really
fault now.
And she went into heat like the next day.
Isn't it funny? Okay, first it was the vet's fault. Now it's Julia's fault because she was triggered by the scent of the male cats on Chantal. So it's Julia's fault that she went into heat now, not Chantal's.
So we are traveling very soon.
Here we go, traveling every episode of this crap.
Without me being here to care for her and to keep an eye on her. So basically, we made the decision to go back to another vet and another pet clinic and say, you know, can we get her another shot for now? And the vet said yes, but this will be the last one. Usually 2 is like the max recommended, just to prevent problems in the future that the hormones could cause. So
I hope this doesn't happen, but while you're away in Morocco or wherever it is you're going, Julia can get a uterine infection, which can be deadly. I hope that doesn't happen. But just because you gave her that shot, Chantal, doesn't mean that an emergency cannot be on the horizon for the cat.
Seeing that we don't really have another choice because we don't have the time. I know people will say, well, that's
you
not
don't
an
have the
excuse not to
time.
get your pet.
What?
Not getting them fixed is not...
Excuse me. What do you mean you don't have the time? Like, you have a busy schedule? What are you doing? You go to the office and work? You're doing files? Like, what are you doing, Chantal? You have nothing but time. Unbelievable.
Whole emergency, okay? Like, we have these tickets bought, we have the hotel paid for, we have everything,
oh
and we will lose money
Flex.
on the plane tickets and everything. So, yeah, seeing as the vet said it was okay to get another shot, we got her another shot, and lo and behold, she's fine. She has like no symptoms of any side effects.
You know
She's
what's
back to
really
her
weird? It's so bizarre because Chantal obviously cannot have a menstrual cycle because she had a hysterectomy. Her her getting or giving the cat that vaccination so the cat can basically not have a period, like, you know, basically reminds me of, there's a lot of women that sometimes before they go on vacation they will get a certain I think they can get a shot or the pills to stop their menstrual cycle so they don't have it while on vacation. I don't know, that seems like this, but instead of doing it to herself, she's doing it to the cats. It's bizarre, it's weird, it's creepy as fuck.
herself. She's not lethargic or not eating or anything like that. Trust me, she's eating and she's running around chasing flies and whatever else. So
Ew,
she's a happy
flies.
cat. Anytime you've ever seen her on video, she's not cowering in a corner. She's not afraid. She's
What is that? That doesn't mean anything.
not
You could still
emaciated.
neglect a cat.
She's always on her back, which is the most comfortable, happiest position a cat could be in.
Really?
Anytime I talk to her, she flops on her back and
Excuse me, just because you're comfortable on your back doesn't mean animals are.
rolls over. You've seen that many times. Just like you've seen many times in my previous streams and videos where BBJ was extremely happy. BBJ was extremely old, had a lot of health problems that old cats have.
The videos before you abandoned BBJ kind of prove that BBJ was in pain from the embedded nails in her little paw pads, because you could hear her screaming in the background, as well as I believe there's some clips of her hobbling painfully down the stairs in your apartment, Chantal. So shut up.
So, I mean, yeah, like, Julia's fine. If you want to accuse me of being an animal abuser because my cat was in heat, that is just beyond ridiculous. And after this video, we're not even going to address anything
Sure.
ridiculous like that.
Okay.
You can keep making your
We'll hear about it
defamatory
again.
videos. I hope that they stack up, and I hope for your sake that I never take action on it. But we'll see, because
never
that's just
gonna do
ridiculous
anything.
at this point. Like, people are getting away with the most vile things and actions and saying and doing the most vile things to people in the community, and it's just like going too far. It's just being stretched too far.
This is what it is. Whatever new people that are on your channel, new subscribers, which I doubt is probably even over 30. I don't know. I looked up your stats. You've been buying subs again. This is what this is geared for. She does this every so often when subs fall off, when they realize, like the new subs, when they realize how horrible of a person she is. She goes in and buys new subs, and then she does this, where she does this video explaining everything on how she's innocent, how everybody's painting her in a certain way, blah blah blah. It's like, this is like the cycle of hers. It's ridiculous. It's old. It's childish. It's over, Chantal. Just stop. Stop doing this. You're embarrassing
I get it that
yourself.
I'm not the person that I was, and you don't have the content that you used to. And
Okay.
guess what? People grow and they change and go through phases in life.
You know,
I'm not-
honestly, I'm not here for that content. I didn't like when you were all cocained out, tweaking, whatever, doing all that stuff. I didn't like it. I didn't like to watch it. I didn't like to react to it. I don't even think, did I even do a lot of reactions to that? I don't think I did. Just like Amberlynn Reed, when she does these lives and she's on there drinking alcohol and she's drunk or whatever. I don't like that. I'm not into that. I'm not going to come on here and give my opinion to somebody that's not in the right mind. Clearly, I don't think you're on any drugs or alcohol right now, Chantal. So I feel comfortable reacting to it. So I don't think all the reaction channels are like that, Chantal, where I miss when Chantal was, tweaking. That was the best ever. I'm not like that. I don't like that. Like I said, if anything, the best thing you can do would be to completely change your life around and get healthy. And I've said that from the beginning, but you're too stupid to do it.
here for your entertainment, like in the way that my life is not.
You are
going to
here
just
for
be
the
your
entertainment. You said
the
it
way that you
yourself.
think it is. So, I'm sorry that you can't profit off of my downward spiral over and over, like you could before.
You
but
still are spiraling.
that doesn't mean that you can just invent BS like that.
It's not invented. Like I said, all of this is easily provable by your own post, Chantal. Like, I don't understand why you don't get that.
Defamatory content that I'm an animal abuser because my cat is not spayed and was given an injection.
No, it's animal neglect.
To keep her out of heat for a while. And yes, that is a good excuse to get her the injection.
No, it's not.
I don't want to have her have an operation, which is more.
It's not an excuse. Number one, if you have nothing but time, you don't have a job. Salah doesn't have a job. Okay. I mean, the only excuse that you could possibly have, and the only excuse that would make sense, is that you couldn't afford it. You couldn't afford to have the cat spayed. But you can afford it. Judging by all the takeout food that you buy each day, like the total amount each month of that, you have the money to do it. So you have absolutely zero excuses to not get the cat spayed.
For female cats to be spayed than males, and just take off and leave the country because I would worry about her. My pets are very much loved, and you've never seen otherwise in any of my videos. Julia has always been happy. So,
I forgot Pete's cat's name. Timbit died alone in the room because the cat wasn't allowed to leave the room in filthy conditions. We've seen the filthy conditions that BBJ and Sam had to live in. That's documented on video by you. So you are a complete bull-faced liar.
Yes, it's just something else to fake outrage over. And, I've seen some creators, some reactors say that I'm stupid for bringing this to the internet. Why would I do that if I'm just going to be criticized for being an animal abuser? And, my answer to that is because I simply don't care what people think about it. I'm not an animal abuser. I'm not going to hide. Okay, so then that's the point. Then try to take this into court and accuse, everybody of defamation when you're right here saying that you don't care. So we can continue to say it. FFG can continue to say it. Every reaction can continue to say it because you don't care. Actions that are not harmful just because some other people want to twist it and interpret it that way. Okay. If the injection, the hormonal injection, was something that was so harmful for pets and was so... You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of a child that's been busted doing something wrong, and then when the parent confronts the child has like a million billion excuses for the behavior or whatever that they did wrong. This is what this video is. Chantal, when you do videos like this, all it does is make you look more guilty. That's all it does. It was a form of animal abuse. The vets would not be administering it. Yes, they would for money. There can be side effects, just like with any medication you give to someone or to your pets. This is one thing I've learned having all the dogs that we have here in this household. To find a good vet is kind of hard because a lot of them are a for-profit business where they don't some of them just actually don't care about the animals, it seems like. So yeah, Chantal, that's wrong. You took the cats to a Petco, PetSmart, for pet care. So I highly doubt that whoever took care of Julia within there is probably like somebody who actually really loves animals. I doubt it. Luckily, there's been no for-profit business at all. So she's fine. You can rage all you want elsewhere about it. We will. Again, but I'm so happy that you have those videos documenting your defamation. Thank you very much. Okay. If people want to clutch their pearls about the situation, please do it elsewhere because I'm honestly trying to rebuild an audience who is not negative all the time. Exactly. Like I said, she's trying to rebuild an audience. So she's going to come on here and lie and do all this stuff. But Chantal, I think people that are new to your channel, once they watch you and then they look up videos, and a lot of the times when you
search your name, your videos are not the first ones to pop up. It's our videos, all the reaction channels, like showing your vile behavior. So those would be the first videos that anybody Googling you would see, or looking you up would see on YouTube. So whatever.
Doesn't come on my streams to just, come up with all these things, cause drama, incite drama, and everything else.
You
Like, I'm
incite
just
drama
over it.
yourself.
I'm just totally over it. Yeah, I'm done.
No,
I'm
you're
done
not.
with it.
I'm
The-
sure
the
we'll hear
drama.
about this again.
It's just not. It's never ending. It's just always something else, and the
Then
things are
stop
becoming
doing
more and
it.
more outrageous. Outrageous. So if you're gonna call me an animal abuser, again,
Animal
just
abuser.
emphasizing that you'll need to call the vet an animal abuser
Oh, see,
because
deflection.
they're the ones who
Wow.
suggested it in the first place, and they're the ones who administered it.
I mean, if that's not a narcissistic move right there, I mean, I don't know what is. Unbelievable.
I don't think that a veterinarian would administer animal
Yes, they
abuse
would.
on their animals, on their patients.
100% they would.
So that's just something that's like,
And it's not, they 100% they would, because you didn't go to a veterinary clinic. You went to a store, a for-profit business. So I guarantee you 100% that they would give you some BS to give to your pet for some money. Get out of here, Chantal.
this person's audience is not logical. They don't think logically.
Sure, here we
They're just
go.
hive-minded, pack-minded,
Hive.
and they're just like a bunch of coyotes. Like,
Hive.
and they don't
Oh,
think,
coyotes,
and they don't
really?
think for themselves.
Okay.
And unfortunately, that's what happens. You have these wild,
No,
ridiculous.
the thing is, let us be the hive on whatever reaction channel. And the reason, I think the reason why everybody has the same opinion, because great minds think alike, Chantal. That's something that you will never understand.
Accusations. And you can think what you want.
Okay, we will.
We have about maybe, I don't know, we're not going to wait like the full time like last time, but I'd say after maybe 5 or 6 months, we will get her spayed. Like, we
So,
won't let her.
so let me get this straight now. You're going to go on your visa run vacation, and you're going to come back and wait 5 or 6 months to get the cat spayed. Make that make sense, Chantal. Why? Why, Chantal? To cause more drama and outrage in the community? You know exactly what you're doing. It's like you're like one of those people that like they get off on causing drama with other people. You like to watch other people, in misery. You like to read the comments, the negative comments. You like to watch all the negativity, all the posts about you. You like this crap. That's why you're going to wait 5 or 6 months to give you content, not us. Don't get it twisted. That's the only content you could create. Drama.
But because of the injection, there's no rush. So,
Wow.
yeah. Should we have done it sooner this time? Yes. I don't think she may not have gone in heat if she didn't smell the cats. But it was always a possibility.
Julia's
So maybe
fault.
we should have got it done before we traveled, like way
Vet
before.
and Julia, it's their fault.
But even if we didn't get her spayed, it's not animal abuse. You can't go around saying that animals who are not spayed are abused animals or neglected. Like, it's just not.
Yeah, we can. 100% we can. Because by not doing that, you increase issues with cancer, infections, and things like that, as well as increasing the animal population that is already out of control in multiple countries, and as seen by your own channel in Kuwait with those hundreds of feral cats roaming the streets in Kuwait. So you're a lazy succubus because you want to contribute to that. You don't care about animals. You're part of the problem. And so is Teardrop, because she admitted to having feral kittens and she doesn't even know where they're at, because I guess she's bedbound. I don't know.
The case. It's not it. Everyone has a different opinion on that. Some people are against getting surgery for their animals, and that's their right. That's their right.
What about the animals'
so unless the animals
rights?
being starved, shut away, and actually neglected without food or water.
You did starve BBJ. That's also provable by your own videos, where you purposely didn't buy cat food left, went to Kuwait. Pete's could not feed the cat, and one of the viewers of his channel actually Ubered over some cat food so that he could feed the cat. So yeah, you purposely have done that before, Chantal. And I think it is animal cruelty and neglect when the cat is in heat, and because you don't want to be bothered by the cat suffering and meowing and being in heat, that you lock the cat in a room that is in heat. I think that's animal neglect. 100%, Chantal.
or love or attention for several days, for several, you know what I mean?
Please.
Like,
Excuses. You know, you're the type of, can you imagine if it was a child? If the child, because everybody knows that are parents out there, especially when they're young, when they're toddlers and they get sick and, you know, they don't really speak well yet. And then if they get a cold, how whiny and, you know, they are, and they're clingy and all of that kind of stuff. Can you imagine if Chantal had a child that was sick? She would shove that child in a room because she didn't want to be bothered. She didn't want to hear the child. Thank God you cannot have children.
just because you don't know what you're talking about. Like, these accusations are so invalid and they're defamatory. And
They're all provable.
I know that this community where these reactors are don't care about that. They just don't. That's exactly what they're aiming for. And they're aiming at anything they can, you know, hang on to. Or
No, you know what? I think a majority of us as reactors do care, because the problem with you, Chantal, is that you have creepy weirdos in your live streams, or that follow you, that kind of look up to you, let's just say. They will emulate your behaviors. So what you are doing to the cat, other people will do. And that's the problem.
twists or whatever to make money, but it's just not the case, and it can backfire. And what goes around comes around.
Yeah, okay.
Definitely. So
Sue me.
I would be careful about that if I were you.
Let me just tell you this, Chantal. I have a lawyer on retainer, so come at me. I dare you.
But other than that, yeah, I eventually told people about Julia. First, I was in the gym and the pool area. A mixture of reasons. I wanted to see the cat, a change of environment, but also I didn't want her meowing loudly on the camera. I didn't, you know, want to have to keep talking through that. And also, I knew what people were going to say, and I was right. So I just thought, just to avoid the headache. But then something switched, and I was like, I wanted to go back up to my apartment, and I was like, why am I staying here? Just because, like, what?
Because you are let me see, what's the right word for this? You like to hide what you do wrong. I don't know. I can't think of the word right now. Sneaky bitch, I guess. You don't want to admit to being wrong, Chantal. That's why you were hiding out in the molded pool area on the plastic couches, feeding the feral cats.
Why do I care what these people think?
You do care.
You know,
That's
why
why
do
you
I
were
care? I'm not
hiding.
gonna, like, why am I not living the life how I want to just because of what people are going to think?
Wait.
Go ahead.
So why am I not living the life that I wanted? So let me get this straight. Being down by the pool, the moldy pool, throwing crunchy cat food on the floor is not the life that you wanted to live. The life that you wanted to live is sitting in your apartment at your giant adult high chair, stuffing your face. That's the life you wanted to live. And you weren't able to do that because your cat was suffering and in heat. Is that correct?
Call me an animal abuser because there's zero truth to it. So that's what clued in, and I said, I'm going upstairs, my cat's in heat, it is what it is, think what you want. And of course, right away, oh, she's an animal abuser. You know, I knew it. That's why I was in the gym. But I don't care because it's not true. So if it's not true, you don't care about it. That's how it goes. And after this video...
So then if you don't care, then it's not defamation, Chantal.
I'm not even going to talk about any of this anymore. If you come into my streams and you accuse me of being an animal abuser, I probably won't care, but you'll probably still be blocked by mods. So
you're the one blocking
whatever,
everybody.
we don't need that activity. You don't have a business in my stream anyway, watching me if you're, you know, if you think I'm such an...
Excuse me. YouTube is a public arena. We have every right and all business to be up in your shit. So take a seat. Several.
Horrible person. So, but yeah, I would I would hurt myself before I ever did harm to my pet. So,
You literally are. You are doing suicide by food, so you are publicly hurting yourself.
yeah, and I'm pretty sure the veterinarian wouldn't do harm to my pet. So,
I
for them
believe
to
they would.
suggest that in the first place,
Yes. Honestly, here's what I think. Choking on my spit. They saw you coming, Chantal, as a saying my stepfather used to say. They see a big, stupid Caucasian woman and they will try to get money out of you. So, yeah, they would 100% take advantage of you and not give a crap about the pet.
you know, and yeah, she did get the bath, she did get the vaccines. Um, but again, none of that is like anyone's business, like what I do with my pet. Like,
Then don't make it part of your content. If you do not want people to react and have their own opinions on said subject, the cats, do not make it part of your content. Duh.
at all, you know, she's very happy. So, anyways, I don't have anything else to say about it. Just that. And again, that's going to be the last time that I ever
No, well,
talk about this situation. She will not go into heat for a while, and inshallah, and we will take care of it before that happens again.
no, you won't.
So we have decided she will be spayed eventually, but just right now, this was the best option. Like I said, we are traveling. It was too soon.
It was the laziest option and it was the quickest option for these two idiots because they are irresponsible and neglectful pet owners. So, yeah.
That it happened. So yes. Anyway, I guess that's it. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you then.
Anyways, the more she opens her mouth, the more she looks guilty. I don't know why you keep doing this, Chantel, but go ahead, keep doing it. It's interesting. It's amazing to watch. I have never in my life have witnessed a woman 40 years old as delusional and narcissistic as you. Amazing. Anyways, that's it for me, guys. I'll see you when I see you. Bye.